Adair County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Hi, I'm the bank manager at Equity Bank downtown, and there's a gentleman outside taking a video of our bank, like the vault and stuff, and I stood in front of him and told him he couldn't, and he's ignoring me.
No, your camera. You can't take that. That's no. No. Sir, no. You can't do that. No. No. I'm gonna call the cops.
You need to speak. You need to talk. I know you're on the sidewalk, but you can't record the inside of a building. That's an invasion of privacy. You can't do that. Yeah, I don't care about the sidewalk. I don't care. Yeah, get the badge number. You're not going to communicate with us? Do you have an ID with you? Do you have an ID with you? Pat him down for an ID if he's not going to cooperate. You are being detained. No, no, no. You are being detained.
So what's your name and date of birth? Or we could take you down to the station and fingerprint you.
I mean, if you want to violate my rights, I want to invoke my Fifth Amendment right, because y'all actually violate my rights.
Okay. Hey, Bill. He's invoking his Fifth Amendment right.
What's going on, everybody? And today's video comes from Kansas City Accountability. It was filmed on May 14th, 2025. He was conducting a silent audit outside of the Equity Bank in Kirksville, Missouri. Standing on a sidewalk, peacefully recording, and he's not even talking, so it's not like they can say he's being disorderly. That didn't stop them from calling the emergency number. And that's when 3 Kirksville police officers show up. And then a tiny tyrant that stands at about 5'2" in total tried to explain to him that it's voyeurism to film from a public sidewalk. Not only did they detain him, not only did they handcuff him, they literally started pulling paperwork out of his pocket and reading it, totally violating his Fourth Amendment right to be free from search and seizure. He was detained for over 20 minutes until the chief of police told the officers that they had to let him go, but not before they had Missouri State Police fingerprint him. He left, and as he's walking down the street, the same cops roll up on him again. And this time he's arrested for an outstanding warrant. Kansas City Accountability explains that he has no warrant. He only has one upcoming court date for auditing, and that's not until June 26th. They arrest him and hold him on a $1,000 cash-only bond. He's eventually released, and he contacts the court and explains what had just happened to him. The court's just as confused as he was, and they say that they're not sure why that happened at all, because his court date isn't until June 26th, and there is no warrant, and has been no warrant for his arrest. Now you gotta stay tuned for Kansas City Accountability's whole video. All the information that I just gave you about them stopping him and fingerprinting him. After they let him go, all the dash cam, body cam, paperwork, everything is going to be on that video, and that's dropping Monday. So today, let's just give you a little Kansas City teaser.
Hey. Hello? Sir. Hi. Can I help you? Can I help you? No, your camera.
I don't know why, but that part just gets me. She's like, "What are you doing?" And he offers her his drink. This is why I love Kansas City Accountability. He's literally changing the world of activism. He's reinventing the wheel, and he's doing it in such a glorious way. I think a lot of us actually are kind of afraid of watching silent audits because as much as we like to see cops making fools of themselves, we want to learn about our rights, and it's hard to do that when someone's kind of just standing there. And I talked with Kansas City Accountability on the phone this morning about this video, and I told him I wouldn't be able to keep quiet because as soon as the cops say something stupid, I'm letting him have it. He takes a silent audit and turns it fun. I mean, he literally later in the video is going to have these hick cops trying to see if he speaks French.
You can't take that. That's no. No. Sir, no. You can't do that. No. No. I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the cops.
Adair County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Hi, I'm the bank manager at Equity Bank downtown, and there's a gentleman outside taking a video of our bank, like the vault and stuff, and I stood in front of him and told him he couldn't, and he's ignoring me. So I need somebody to come down here and remove him, please.
Okay, are you on the Franklin Street location?
Yeah, he's like outside the window taking a video of our vault. He's like counting with his finger. I stood in front of him and told him to stop. I stood in front of him and put my hand in front of his camera, and he's not listening to me. He's completely ignoring me.
Okay, what does he look like?
He's a black gentleman. He's wearing glasses and a hat. He's trying to push her, like, my other managers in front of him, telling him to stop, and he's not understanding. He's not getting it. He's telling her to move out of the way as well. Okay,
where is he at right now?
He's in front of a building.
Okay, were you the one that called us in a few minutes ago? Different.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, what is this gentleman wearing?
He's wearing glasses. He's got a hat on. He's wearing a white T-shirt, black pants, some red and white Nike Jordans, it looks like.
Okay, and you said is it like a phone or a camera that he's filming with?
It's like, yeah, it's like a little, like, GoPro.
Okay, and what was your name again?
My name is Siren Eads. I'm the bank manager. And,
what was your last name?
Eads, E-A-D-S.
Okay. What's good return phone number?
660.
Okay, and is he still in front of the building?
Yeah, he's not listening to either one of us. We've both tried to tell him.
Okay, is he still in front of the building?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to let officers know and get them heading that way. If he leaves at all before they get there, if you could call us back and let us know his direction of travel, that would be great.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
He's still here. She's like moving the sign and stuff, and he's still moving.
Gotcha.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem. Bye.
I just want to talk about the level of talent that Equity Bank in Kirksville, Missouri has. And the talent pool itself, at best, can be described ankles deep. I mean, as human beings, as employees, you know, we live, we learn, and we evolve. We learn by our past mistakes. Obviously, the bank manager putting her hands in Kansas City Accountability's face did not stop him from recording. It did not deter him earlier. But that's not going to stop this next cast member that we've aptly named Karen 2. Karen 2 misunderstands the situation and her own power because she thinks that by simply going like this, that's just going to stop everything.
Lady up on the window saying,
Exit stage left as Kansas City Accountability has broken Karen 2. Thanks, Karen 2. We'll see you at the Oscars on the 39th of February.
hey, y'all, I think she's coming out here.
Just kidding. We know that sometimes actors take a break. Actors that have appeared on a show 20 years ago take a 2-decade hiatus and then they make their comeback. Well, Karen 2 is more ambitious than most actresses. She left us on a cliffhanger, wanting so much more that she returned after nearly 10 seconds.
We have to call the police. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. No, you cannot do that. Illegal. Against the law. No.
saying it's illegal. Hey y'all, she grabbing a board to put in my way.
Hey everybody! Today's new pumped up workout video comes from none other the famous Karen 2. She's had 3 major starring and reprising roles. As Karen 2 the debut, Karen 2 the reprisal, and most recently Karen 2 storms off. And today she's back breaking the internet and taking the world by storm. With her new Sign Aerobics Jazzercise. Available in 19 easy payments of nothing 95. Again, that's 19 easy payments of nothing 95.
They scooting over and putting the board. All right, down Kansas City. And here we go. He already putting his gloves on.
Excuse me. What's going on? What's you up to? Just take videos. You speak English? You speak English? You speak English?
This is how inept and brain dead most cops are. Now, you have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. It's a fundamental constitutional right. It's number 5 on the list. But cops think if you don't converse and you don't speak with them, it couldn't be because you're invoking the constitutional right that they've sworn and dedicated a career to defend. It must be because you don't speak English. Because Constitution be damned, who wouldn't want to speak to a cop? Of course, their perceived authority must always be respected.
You have an ID on you?
And now a cameo from the original Karen 1.
Taking videos inside. You can clearly see the vault.
Now I want you to keep an eye in the middle of your screen. You're going to see a small schoolboy of about 50 pounds, near 4'1", 4'2". He's very angry. Mommy would not give him a Laffy Taffy or a cowtail. Introducing the debuting role of the character casted as really tiny, small, and minute, petulant schoolboy that's really, 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 really short. Don't ask me to introduce him again. That one was a one-off.
I came out here, I stood in front of him, put my hand there, told him to stop. He's not listening. He completely just pretended like I didn't exist. My assistant manager came up here and told him to stop. We stood in front of the window.
Now this character was perfectly casted for the role of really tiny, small, and minute, petulant schoolboy that's really, 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 really 4 times short. On a real blooper. On a real note, the way that this cop's chugging up the sidewalk, he hears man recording, and that's all he needs to hear. He knows he's going to violate his rights. He knows that he's going to effect an illegal search and seizure without consent. He knows he's going to try and slap cuffs on somebody. And again, this is the very best that this town's police department has to offer. And if this is the best, you can always expect their worst.
We put a sign in front of the window. Every time we put the sign here, he moves over to take more video. No, absolutely not.
Has he said anything to you?
No. Completely quiet, hasn't said a word. But we can't let him just keep the video of our haul.
We're not gonna let him keep the video of our haul. First of all, the police should be focused on this character that's been casted known as Dat Bitch Karen. Because only bank robbers refer to the money in the bank as a haul. Check out the haul that we got. But as I've been working tirelessly, filming behind the scenes of this groundbreaking movie, I felt that it was best to reach out to the protagonist himself to see if he thinks I've been doing a good job on this biopic masterpiece, Kansas City Accountability. Hopefully while I'm talking to him, the bank police don't come along and start seizing people's camera footage. We're gonna call Kansas City. Hopefully he's happy with our movie. So we got Kansas City Accountability on the phone, my favorite guy. So I'm really excited now to be working on the movie called The Idiots of Missouri. And we had some characters for this movie. The first character name is the first lady that spoke to you. Her name is Dat Karen. The second one is Karen 2, and the name of the name of the third character that we have.
Say that again.
Sure, yeah, no problem. The first one is Dat Karen. The second lady is Karen 2, who reprised her role 3 times in less than a minute and started the first ever sign camera blocking aerobics jazzercise. Famous. And that's available in 19 easy payments of nothing 95. And then we have the little cop, who we have casted in his debuting role as really tiny, small, and minute petulant schoolboy that's really, 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 really short.
He is, man. He's like 5'1".
So I just wanted to find out, since this is a movie about your life, it's a biography, a biopic, do you approve of the name of the characters that we've casted for this thriller?
Yes, you have my blessing.
Okay. We will go forth and prosper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, back to Dat Karen.
Shut that off. Shut that off. Shut that off.
No, my sign is no. My number is no. You need to let it go.
Central 315, go ahead with your traffic.
Parlez français? Parlez français?
I gotta be honest, I really don't like people that pretend that they speak other languages. Because it's a non-starter if the person you're talking to actually speaks the language that you're pretending you can speak. First of all, it's not parlez français, it's parlez-vous français. And what if the guy was to respond by saying, oui, je parle français, tu me parles? Then this hick cop from Missouri is gonna be standing there like, I'm parle français!
So he's holding the camera up to the window,
Yes.
recording the inside.
I have
You
video
can't do
of
that.
him.
Just so you guys know, I don't speak French either. That cop's a turd. Break it down on a real note, AFA. Sure. Are you allowed to stand on a sidewalk and film a private business? Yes. Is it okay to film from the sidewalk through the window into the interior of that business? Yes. When do restrictions apply? You can't look through a window into a bathroom. And you can't stand on a public sidewalk and peer through the windows of someone's private and personal home, which this cop is ultimately going to use as his example and lawful reason to detain and cuff Kansas City Accountability. He is breaking absolutely no law, and since this isn't a private home and he's not looking through the window of a bathroom, he's perfectly fine doing what he's doing and doing it how he's doing it. He does not have to identify, and they have no right to legally detain him as there is no reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that a crime, felony, misdemeanor, or city ordinance was being committed, is currently in the process of being committed, or is about to be committed. What this is called a cha-ching moment. But these cops are so stupid that they don't think he speaks English. And if he doesn't speak English, then he probably definitely doesn't know about the Constitution or the constitutional rights that he might have. So if he doesn't speak English, easy target. And if he does speak English and he's just not talking, then he probably just doesn't know as much as these super intelligent, high IQ patrol pigs.
Parlez français?
I don't know what he and he keeps pointing. He was like, he was doing
He was just doing
this,
this.
counting. Like,
This is the guy from the other guy.
Okay.
I have him on video as well.
Yeah, him holding the camera up to the window from the inside, he can't do that.
No, absolutely not. He was like, I don't know what he was counting, but he was like doing this counting, and then he walked over here and took a video of his license plate.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing that.
Okay. We need to communicate with him. He needs to leave. He needs to stop doing that. He needs to leave.
Parlez français?
And I don't know that the bank is gonna let him do that video. I'm just letting you know that's gonna be he's got
You need to speak. You need to talk.
Now get out of here. Can't wait to go home and do this to my dog. Oh, yeah.
English?
Parlez-vous français?
Now watch this moron have a conversation back and forth with himself. Action.
What do you speak? I know you're on the sidewalk, but you can't record the inside of a building. That's an invasion of privacy. You can't do that. Even from the sidewalk, you can't do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Think somebody can walk up to your house and hold the camera into the window and start recording inside your house? No, you can't do that. Now, are you going to speak with us? Yeah, I don't care about the sidewalk. Are you going to talk to us?
This is like a skit out of Whose Line Is It Anyways? This is YouTube gold. This cop is literally having a conversation with himself and then responding after his question with a follow-up question as if the silent guy in the corner actually spoke back to him. Do you have a name? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a sidewalk. Yeah. Oh, my badge number's right here.
I don't care. Yeah, get the badge number. Are you going to leave? Are you going to leave? No, because you're recording the inside of the... Leave. You're not going to communicate with us? Do you have an ID with you? Do you have an ID with you? Pat him down for an ID if he's not going to cooperate. You are being detained. No, you are being detained. Do you have an ID with you? Pat him down for an ID if he's not going to cooperate. You are being detained. No, you are being detained. You are being detained. No, you are being detained.
First 2,000 a minute for lawful.
I don't care. I don't care. You want to play these games, not listen? Check for his ID.
Oh, that one's not done. Turn your wrist, man. There we go. Phone. Feels like there's a wallet or something over here.
Okay. Get his wallet so we can ID him.
Let me just get these double locks real quick.
Copy 1 to 10.
What do you not understand about you cannot hold a camera up to a window to record the inside of a building? That is not constitutionally protected.
Can't trespass my eyes. I'm on the sidewalk.
That's not constitutionally protected. You think somebody can record through your window inside your house? Whatever.
On the sidewalk.
Whatever.
On the sidewalk.
Whatever. No, you can't.
Okay.
That's invasion of privacy.
What's your name?
There's no expectation of privacy in public. I'm on the sidewalk.
You're holding the camera, recording it. I'm not even going to argue with you because you don't want to listen. No.
You're not listening.
No, I'm not going to because you don't want to.
You came out on level 2. You never even de-escalated.
Because you played stupid games. I can't understand what you're saying.
Because
We tried.
I don't have to talk. I can invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
Did
I
you
don't
get
have
his
to
ID?
talk.
No ID. It's just a
I hope you find the ID. You're going to realize you messed up.
Okay. No, we didn't mess up
You
anything.
did. You did.
Now, if you're detained, police have the right to conduct a cursory search of your person or a quick pat. That means police can only pat down your body to make sure that you're not carrying any illegal weapons that could jeopardize your safety, the safety of other civilians, or the safety of the officers. A cursory search or a quick pat has been ruled by the Supreme Court to not be a violation of your Fourth Amendment right to be free from illegal search and seizure. However, the quick pat or the cursory search does not allow law enforcement to take things out of your pockets like papers and start rummaging through them or reading them. It also doesn't allow them to commit a federal offense by opening Kansas City Accountability's mail, remove the contents, and then start reading through it to try and get this guy's name. That's called working backwards policing, where the ends ultimately will justify the means. They'll break the law now to see if they can work backward and find some evidence of a crime. This cop is gonna get smoked in court. Now back to the newly casted role of really tiny, small, and minute, petulant schoolboy that's really, 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 really short.
Is there a name on that?
I don't know. I'll find out. Boy, you are in trouble.
Like I haven't heard that before in my career.
Okay. Like you say, handle in court.
Like I haven't seen people like you play these games before.
Games?
Yes,
so the Constitution
games.
is a game to you?
No, you playing games, trying to provoke. You trying to provoke a response.
I didn't speak to nobody.
Doesn't matter. You're trying to provoke a response.
I didn't even speak to nobody. I knew you would say that. I knew you would say that. That's why I want to talk.
You did. This is State versus Angel Moses. Like, hang on.
Go ahead.
You guys be in the same trouble. They did the same thing. Okay. You say handle in court. Those dismissal papers. Somebody doing the same thing.
Like I haven't heard that before in my career.
Like you say, handle in court.
Like I haven't seen people like you play these games before.
Games?
Yes,
so the Constitution is a game to you?
No, you playing games, trying to provoke. You trying to provoke a response.
I didn't speak to nobody.
Doesn't matter. You're trying to provoke a response.
I didn't speak to nobody.
I love how cops say that we're trying to provoke a response from them. Like we have the ability of mind control. Well, let me tell you something, officer. If you have a gun, a badge, a taser, backup, and qualified immunity that allows you to suspend or terminate someone's constitutional rights with deadly force, maybe you shouldn't be a cop if we have the ability to use mind control on you. That we have the ability to make you act a certain way against your will. So the argument where they say that we made them behave that way, they're really just admitting that they have no self-control of their own, which doesn't bode well for them, and the amount of power that they have. Like I said, after almost 20 minutes of detention, the chief of police ultimately told the cops to let him go after he was fingerprinted by Missouri Highway Patrol. At that point, the cops had a few moments to talk amongst themselves, and then they rolled up on him again, found him, and then told him that he had a warrant. They arrested him on $1,000 cash-only bail, and he explained to them that he only had one court date, and he hadn't missed it. It's coming up in June 26th. After he was released from custody, he called the court, and the court said, "I don't know why the cops did that to you. You don't have a warrant. There's no warrant. Your court date isn't until June 26th. So these cops got made to look a fool so bad that they decided to retaliate against him and book him on a warrant that didn't even exist. Check that. Director's cut. Kansas City Accountability used his divisive mind power and control techniques and sent off ESP waves to force, nay, compel the police officers to rearrest him on a warrant that didn't exist and then re-release him. Is that one's good? Good. Rolling. We hope you enjoyed the movie. And there's a reason why I kind of played around with it and called it a movie. Because a movie is usually the only place you can watch something that is just not attainable. It's something that really could never happen. And then you say to yourself, well, only in the movies. The only other time in my life where I have that reaction beside a movie theater is when I'm watching Cops. Cops never surprise me, and they're always ridiculous. If I wanted to go to the movies, then I'd go to the movies. Hold on one sec. Hello?
Come on, we have to go to the movies.
Oh, we're going to the movies. That's the reason I stopped you today. I was so excited to go to the movies, I almost forgot to tell you to subscribe to Kansas City Accountability, support his cause, set the notification bell to always so you can be up to date on every single video he has dropping about this case, the lawsuit that's coming down the pike. Today, check him out because part 2 teaser released on his channel, and Monday, the full hour-and-a-half video of this is dropping. And if you're upset by the police, leave a comment in this video. Until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today.